Trust me when I say it is not easy to speak to a specific number of minutes that you have been given to have a talk to or a presentation or some sort of speaking conference or an oral presentation. For example, being told that you have to speak between 8 and 10 minutes and planning to speak so that you reach exactly somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes is not an easy task. So today we're going to take a look at an effective way of planning out what you're going to say in advance. And you're going to do this in such a way that when you're live, you will be able to immediately adjust on the fly, as we call it, so that you will speak to the correct number of minutes that you want to. And we're going to use a resource that you have access to. You just have to go to this hyperlink right here, and that will give you access to a format or a notes format that you can use for your own speaking activity. Now, a few seconds ago, I mentioned this idea of on the fly. What does that mean? What that means is adjusting to time, because time, when you're standing in front of a group of people giving a presentation, time does not flow at the normal speed. In fact, what's going to happen when you're speaking in front of people is it's going to go by very quickly or extremely slowly, and you never know in advance how it's going to go. So what you need to do is to develop a method that you can use that will allow you to adjust to this change in the flow of your perception of time. So let's take a look at how it's done. The first thing that we want to do is the planning stage. And so on a piece of paper or on a whiteboard or on an electronic whiteboard, what you want to do is set up some planning, and you want to identify what your main topic is going to be about and how you're going to do your introduction. And of course, you're going to have some main ideas as well that connect with that overall topic that you're going to be giving. Now, you don't have to have 3 subtopics. You could have more or less than this. But here we've got an example topic of coffee should be sold at college from a pedagogical perspective, from a financial perspective, and a health perspective. And of course, we want to come up with some ideas that connect with that. And we also need to know how long we have been given to speak. So let's say that we've been given 7 to 8 minutes to speak. So when you're doing your planning, what you want to do is have too much information. So for example, if you're planning on a 7-minute presentation, what you want to do is have about enough information for 10 or 12 minutes, for example. And what you can always do live during the presentation is to adapt to the time, and you can always cut things out. And that's where this idea of prioritization comes to mind. So what you want to do is brainstorm and then research your ideas. So from a pedagogical perspective, why should coffee be sold at college? Well, for one thing, it keeps students awake. So that could be a sub idea. For another reason, research has been shown that coffee actually makes you more focused on certain topics. And that could be an explanation for another sub-idea. Now, I will mention in passing that there's certain topics that it doesn't work as well with, and those are artistic type things. But if you need to be focused on, say, mathematics, on the other hand, it does help. And you would just continue with these ideas that you have, the reasons from a pedagogical perspective why coffee should be sold at college. Now, what you have to do at some point is you're going to want to assign a priority to each of these, or how good of an idea it is. So if you think something is a really, really, really good idea, you'll assign it a number 1 priority. So in the example of coffee keeps students awake in class, that's probably a really good idea. So you might assign that a 1. We might assign this one here, our next sub idea, with a 2, and so on. So, and you can have sub ideas where they're the same priority level. It doesn't have to be a unique number. So we might have a 3 up here. And of course, we haven't put this in order yet because, we're just at the brainstorming and planning stage. But what we have here in this first category is one really, really, really good idea, a couple of decent ideas, and some that are all right ideas. And then what we were going to want to do is the same exercise for the other ideas. So from a financial perspective, let's come up with some ideas about why coffee should be sold at the college. Well, for one thing, it could be used, the profits from the coffee at the canteen, at the college's canteen, could be used to fund student activities. So that would be maybe our first and maybe our best idea that we can come up with. And so we'll assign all of our sub ideas a priority level based on how good we think defense that is. And then we come over to health. And did you know that coffee actually, despite decades of people studies saying how bad coffee is for you, that there's now new studies that are showing that in fact coffee is good for you. And so from a health perspective, there are a number of things that we can say about how good coffee is for you and so why it should be sold at college. And so once again, we would do our exercise of priorities. All right, next is trying to guess how long we think we will spend on each of these activities. Normally you're going to want to, in such a short presentation, you're going to want to jump straight away into the meat of your topic. And so you'll want to get that introduction over as quickly as possible. So maybe 30 seconds out of our 7 minutes could be spent on the introduction. And so you're going to write your notes accordingly. And we might predict that this really, really good idea that we have here, that we're going to spend about 1 minute discussing that idea. And what we may decide is that all of our great ideas that we have for each of these, we're going to spend about a minute focused on those ideas. So we already have 3 minutes, 45 seconds used up. In fact, we have more than that because we have to place these guys here as well. And we have a conclusion that we're going to want to do for sure as well. So far we have a grand total of 4 minutes, 45 seconds planned out. Now this is the absolute essential stuff that you want to say. And this is really good that we have 4 minutes, 45 seconds for this because it's a 7-minute presentation. Now what can actually happen here is you can get caught up at any of these 1-minute areas, for example, well, anytime really, and you end up not spending a minute during your presentation, but a bit more. And it could end up that you end up speaking for 7 minutes and all you've managed to do is to speak about these priority items. And do you know what? That's a great thing because what most people do in their presentations isn't that with their 7 minutes. Let me show you what they do. Here's what most people do is they start with their introduction, they get to their main idea here, and then they begin to discuss that main idea by presenting a number of sub-ideas. And time is going by. And then all of a sudden, before they know it, they've reached their 7 minutes. And guess what? What they've done is they've presented only one good idea that defends this topic up here, when in fact, they had several good ideas that defended it. These are, okay ideas that we have here, but they're not our best ideas. And instead, what we did is we presented those ideas that were okay, when in fact we had these ideas over here that were great that we never ever got a chance to speak to because we ran out of time. This is a case where time seems to suddenly start moving very quickly. Now let's continue to add some time to these other items. Let's say that they're all going to get maybe 15 seconds or 30 seconds worth of time. So let's take the opposite scenario of time. So what have we taken a look at so far? We've taken a look at a concept where time goes by very quickly. And if we use this method, we still manage to get our best ideas here out. But there's something else that can happen with time, and that is instead of it going by very quickly, what can happen is our voice, our sentences, we can start speaking very quickly, and what seems to happen is time slows down and time goes by very slowly. And so what happens if you haven't planned enough information, if you didn't plan for 12 minutes and you just planned for 7 minutes worth of stuff, then what happens is you're going to reach around the 5-minute mark and you've got nothing else to say and you're kind of standing there going, okay, what do I do now? But at least with this planning method is all of these lower priority things. Now, these aren't bad things. It's just, they're maybe less convincing or less interesting pieces of information or less reliable, but these are still things that we can say to fill in time. And these things are going to allow us to make it to the 7 minutes because we'd planned, remember, all of this we'd planned for a 10 or 12-minute presentation, even though it's a 7-minute presentation. And so this is the planning stage that you want to use to develop what you're going to say in your presentation. And it connects with the prompt notes that I pointed out earlier at this address here. It connects with those notes, and here they are right here. And if you visit that hyperlink, it's going to take you to this page where at first we have an example. There's some example prompt notes have been filled out so you can see the way this works. Now, do you remember these times that we put here on the other page? These are the same things. And you remember these priorities that you see here? It's the same thing. So as you're presenting, you have this paper with you. I have yet to see a professional presentation where somebody said, no, you're not allowed to have any notes and you have to do it off by memory off the top of your head. It doesn't work that way in real life. And so what you do is you have this set number of expected things that you want to reach. And as you're going along, once you reach a time, you skip to the next section. So what I'm saying is this. This is our first major idea. So that would be the equivalent of the pedagogical thing. So we've decided that in total for that, we want to commit 60 seconds total to that idea. And so what you do is you begin speaking about that idea, keeping an eye on the time. And you may only get to do the first major idea under that topic, and that's it. Or you might get to do 2, or who knows, you might get to this idea here. But once you reach that 60 seconds, that's it, you stop. So everything in this category, all of these ideas after, say, 60 seconds, if that's what you planned, you stop and you move on to the next major idea where, let's say this one here, financial in total, let's say you've decided 2 minutes in total. And so it begins all over again. You begin speaking, going through in order of priority, start with your most important ideas, get them out of the way first, then go to your priority 2 ideas, Speak about those. And if you have enough time, speak about your priority 3 ideas. But like I said, it's entirely possible that you may only get this first idea out and that's it, because sometimes time flies. And then again, sometimes it goes by very slowly. So that is a technique or a strategy to develop an effective plan for speaking that adjusts automatically with time, whether it goes by quickly or slowly in front of a crowd of people.